do. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? What up? What up? What up? Pay for play week 6. What's going on? We live at you. Um, please subscribe to YouTube. I want y'all to be able to, see the greatness and see and be able to, comment on this. We have guests. We have a guest, I should say, not guest plural, but singular. Our boy Chuck is in the building. Well-known Kansas City Chiefs fan, well-known Missouri fan. Even though he only has a lanyard, it's okay though. You know what I'm saying? The T-shirt got lost in the mail or whatever. It's cool, whatever.
I just get
But
off
Chuck,
work.
brother, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just getting off work, man. I didn't have time to go to the crib and change, so it is what it is. The only thing I had in my car, so I'll be
That
able to
Chiefs
have my stuff
championship
on.
gear came in though.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? This is kind of old now. You know what I'm saying? I got recent gear too, so.
There we go. There we go. Sam is always with us again, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm unwell. Karaokeing on the parents' porch last night until about 2 a.m. A lot of liquor flowing. Yeah, I'm hurting, dog. This is a road game, and we're unwell, so we're battling through. No CVS receipt today, but we're coming at you. We're coming for some wins.
Yeah, man. We're
You about to
still
be
here.
hurting
We're
even
still
more
here.
after this
Uh
game.
oh. Uh
Dog,
oh.
defense already got me hurt. I mean, a loss isn't going to shock me. So
Well, look, we'll get out today. Only a couple of games on the slate that we want to go over. We'll start in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. No, this is in Weird
College
Station.
Station, baby.
Yeah, this is in Weird Station. They do weird stuff for games all the time. I don't really understand these people. Don't understand their rituals. They might be part of the Illuminati, but we got Alabama headed to College Station to take on Texas A&M. The spread started out at pretty much -2.5 at the beginning of the week. It went all the way down to -1. Now it's back up to -2.
Two
Jalen
and a half.
Milroe, yeah, 2.5 now. I got let's see. I still got 2 on my book. So if y'all can get 2, I would, you know what I'm saying, if you want to go that way, but we'll talk about it. Um Jalen Milroe looking a little bit better last week. Miss Terry said to get on him. So coach got on him. In this matchup, I don't really know what we're supposed to be looking for because I mean, let's be honest. Like, these are two teams who look like they're the cream of the crop of the SEC West, and the SEC West does look a little bit more competitive than it was last year, but whatever. And I don't know. Max Johnson has been looking pretty good, even though he did the no look pass. I think he's been moving the ball pretty well against some of these good teams in the SEC West. So Sam, we'll start with you. How are you feeling about this matchup?
I fucking hate it. I wish both of them could lose. I hate that I have that I'm going the way I'm going because I'm going Texas A&M. It makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick to do it, but I have no choice. Alabama has given me no choice. Their offensive line is garbage. They give up sacks left and right, and this is the way to beat A&M is through the air. And I don't think Alabama can do that, especially in this environment. I don't know, man. I mean, last year they had him down, like in the one game Jalen started. Texas A&M took him down to the wire, and they had to throw into the end zone to win the game. Alabama's been awful on the road. They've given me no over the last 2 years. They've given me no reason to bet on them. And I think Texas A&M has been playing pretty competently, as much as it pains me to say. Max Johnson has looked good. The defensive line has looked good, but I don't think Alabama can beat them through the air, which is what I think they would need to do. And I think there were rumors this week that Milroe has a tweaked hammy, and anyone behind him, if they have to go in, is fucking terrible. So give me A&M. I'm on A&M plus 2.5 and money line.
Oh, ooh, okay. A little plus money
Starting hot.
action. All right, all right. Look, that's how we like it, baby. All right. Chuck, how you feeling, man?
I'm going the other side, man. Like I saw the report on Milroe. Tweak Hammy, yeah, it kind of affects what he does best. You know, I know last week when he came back into the lineup, it looked like Alabama like made the game a lot simpler. They didn't make it as complicated. You know what I'm saying? Like they're aware that he's not a traditional drop back passer anymore, and they lean more towards stuff what he does best. You know what I mean? Like uses athleticism more so. You know what I mean? But I think at the end of the day, I think Alabama's defense is gonna do just enough in this one. Now, is this the same Alabama defense that we've been accustomed to? Is this like the same Alabama team? No, no, not at all. But Texas A&M, they don't move me. I'm sorry. Like Max Johnson, yes, he played well last week, but he got to show me again. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. And the line movement concerns me too. Like everybody's on Texas A&M for this one. I mean, just because of those reports and stuff. At the end of the day, man, like Saban, it's the coaching advantage in this one for me, man. Like I'm not feeling Jimbo. I think Saban gonna figure out a way to get it done. Alabama in a close one.
Alabama has been absolutely fucking terrible on the road though. Like it's not even like a coaching thing anymore. They've been dog shit. They're so undisciplined on the road. They've been absolutely terrible. Like and in this like they're the bottom red zone offense in the SEC. Would you ever believe that in an Alabama team? They're the bottom red zone offense in the conference.
I'm
Yeah.
well aware of that, but do you really think Texas A&M really moves the needle like that in this matchup?
They got the
I don't
talent
really
to.
see it. I
Yeah, they
understand the
do.
environment, you
The
know.
defensive
Yeah.
line is fucking incredible, and
Oh
Alabama's
yeah,
offensive
absolutely.
line is awful. I think A&M's going to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth on this one too, my y'all. In one end, I say, okay, well, if Jalen does have the hamstring issue, that is going to affect his mobility, which is going to keep him from drowning. I mean, you're not going to have the opportunity to take deep shots all day. This Texas A&M team, though, especially in the back end, their DBs don't tackle the best. I'll say that. And you know, we saw them against Auburn. We kind of saw them make it a nasty, ugly game. You know, during that, we also saw Texas A&M's defensive line, like you said, Sam, be ferocious and be disruptive. But at the end of the day, I kind of picked a game like this last year with A&M and Arkansas. I just think this is one of the games the old man wins, man. I don't know. I can't explain why, but I think there will be a couple of things that Max Johnson probably hasn't seen this year. There will be familiarity on Saban's side, obviously going up against him when he was a member of your Tigers. So I have my official play at Bama -1.5. I got it on, I think, yesterday at -1.5. I wouldn't take it up to anything further than 2.5 because I do think this is going to be a close game. A little scared of the total because while I do think it could be low scoring, it could, flare up in the second half. So honestly, I got Bama, man. I hate to say that honestly, but it is what it is. I mean, this is probably the game for the SEC West title. We'll get to the game that I think is for the SEC East title a little bit later, of course. But yeah, I got Bama, man. I ain't gonna lie, and I hate to say it, but it is what it is. We'll keep it rolling though, and
You're
we'll
backing
go
off your
to
8-4 prediction. Coward.
yeah, man. I know, but it's like, damn. Once they didn't lose the Ole Miss, I was like, oh man, they're gonna do it again, man. They're gonna win more games than I expected them to win. I fucking hate them. But we'll go straight to the Red River rivalry. Okay, it's not the Red River shootout anymore because that's politically incorrect, guys. Okay, even though they're gonna be shooting Coach Corso probably gonna be out there shooting the fake gun again, which I mean he shouldn't be doing that. He's way too damn old to be doing any of that now.
Might fucking
But
croak if he does that this week.
yeah, man, protect Coach Corso at all costs. But line is at -5. Started at 7 at the beginning of the week. It slowly came down inch by inch by inch. Last year, Dylan Gabriel did not play, and let's be honest, OU got embarrassed, bro. Like 49-0 in the biggest game of your season is not ideal. Okay. Now personally, I can't pick a side on this one because this 5 number is not my friend at all. But I am looking for points this week. I understand that Texas's defense has been pretty good. but they have been susceptible to a couple of deep plays. The DBs of Texas, little So I have my official play at over 61. Let me see if it's changed. It is at 60.5. So if you want to get that too, it's at -110. But I like points in this matchup. I think Texas is going to score. They have all the offensive talent in the world. It's just going to be who has the ball last. One of those type of games. So, Chuck, how you feeling about this one?
Man, I like a couple different spots in this one, but I think my official is the first half over 30.5. I think both these teams come out blazing with points. Like you guys mentioned, Dylan Gabriel didn't play in this game last year. I'm sure he wants to have this opportunity to go out and show what he has. He's had an incredible year, along with Quinn Ewers. So I think those two are going to go back and forth a little bit early on. And, I mean, don't be surprised that Jonathan Brooks from Texas keeps it going himself as far as running the ball. I feel like Texas has a good opportunity to be able to control line of scrimmage, running the ball as well. So, I mean, if I pick the side, I mean, I would take Texas, but I don't know about that 5. You know what I'm saying? So I did see it, like, go down to -4.5 before we went live. So even then, I would probably just go money line on that. But my favorite play is definitely the first half over 30.5. So
Okay. Oh yeah, I like that. Sam, how you feeling?
I mean, I'm always going to have an over in this game. It doesn't matter how good the defenses are. Usually, it doesn't matter. You're usually going over. But I don't. It's not going to be like last year, obviously, with Dylan Gabriel playing. But I don't. I mean, what has Oklahoma done this year to show me that they're legit? Like, they've played a bunch of cupcakes, and then Cincinnati. Like, I don't believe in their defense until I see it against an actual offense. I'm taking Texas -5. That's going to be an official play for me. But I mean, Texas is a more battle-tested team. They're loaded on offense. They're going to control the line of scrimmage. They got the running game going now. Like, they got the weapons on the outside. They got Quinn playing well. I think the defense will be able to get a couple stops. Nothing Oklahoma has shown me this year has me believing in them yet to stop Texas' offense. So. I haven't really watched them all that much, but still, there's a reason because their games have been dog shit. So, I'm going Texas.
Okay. All right. And look, like I said, this will be a better game. All right. We're not doing the 49-0 thing again, bro. Like, that was fucking god awful last year. All right. So we're hoping that we can get a little bit more points on the Oklahoma side. Please, please, please. But for everyone watching, if you are watching on Twitter, please join us over on YouTube so we can see your comments. We can post them below. We want to hear what you have. We want to hear how you're feeling about some of these matchups. We're already halfway through the show. Okay. Sam has a haircut later. So, we gotta get this rolling, man. We gotta get this rolling. We gotta get these plays out. So we'll keep it buzzing and we'll go to the matchup that's and dear to my heart. Okay. Let me start off with your boy will be in the building for the first time. Man, I haven't been to Athens in like 5 or 6 years, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So interested. Yeah, man, it's been a minute. So I'm interested to see what things have changed. I'm definitely going to get Raising Cane's. I don't care what y'all say. They chicken is good. Just don't eat the coleslaw. Who the fuck eats coleslaw?
Right.
Are you double fries or double toast?
I'm double fries, to be honest with you. My primary care physician probably doesn't want to hear me say that because fried food is not what I need with high blood pressure already. But it is what it is. When I see a Cane's, I gotta go get it. So
we finally got one in Indy, and it is glorious. It is fantastic. That was my hangover cure after the wedding. It's some Raising Cane's.
Telling you,
sponsor us.
Telling you, it's good, boy. But in this matchup, look, the Florida Gators taped our wrists to our ankles last week. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I had so much confidence in them. Obviously, going into a road environment, I knew it wasn't gonna be easy, but I took them on the money line because I thought they could eke out a victory with the talent and athleticism they had on their team. But then, a running back kind of goes for 280 yards by himself. So that kind of just threw everything out the window. I think they were up 2+ scores at the half. Wasn't an ideal situation. So this was a really good performance last week from Kentucky. I think their run defense is amazing. And then we go to the opposite side. Obviously, my Bulldogs went to the Plains, and I always tell y'all on this show, weird shit happens on the Plains. All right, I'm not really surprised that they didn't cover, even though I thought they would. But it happens. All right, but this is not official. This is a lean. But I'm going back to the well with my dog, man. I know y'all gonna call me biased, but I really think that they got a wake up call last week. Okay, having a quarterback who can be that diverse running, I think does give Georgia problems. But to be honest with you, I really do think that if we are able to defend the deep ball, we will have a better chance. And our edge rushers have not been good this year. We've had injuries. We don't have the same speed, but let's be honest, man. When you lose a number 1 overall pick, you lose all of these good defensive linemen to the NFL. It's not going to look the same as it did the last 2 years. Okay, so I'm going back to the well personally. I won't advise nobody else to do that. Okay, that's just me betting probably with my heart. But I think we get it done. I do think this is a low-scoring game, so if I had to go official, I would probably take that under. Which is at, let me get at 46.5 right now at -105 on Bovada. So kind of how I'm feeling, man. I'm not too impressed with Georgia. I'll be honest with you. But again, it's not gonna look like it did the last 2 years. That's just how it is. So Chuck, how you feeling about this one?
Yeah, Georgia damn really impressed me either. But this is a major overreaction spot to Kentucky. People are overreacting like crazy to what Kentucky did last week. So this is a perfect hammer spot for Georgia. You know what I mean?
There we go. Didn't pay him to say that either.
I'm with mine 13.5. I'm with the same route, but I might be feeling a little froggy. Like, you might probably take this thing up to -19.5, man. Like, it's gonna be like how it's been with this Georgia Kentucky so-called matchup.
Yeah, they've been close. Last 2 years, they've been close games.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, but this is different. I just think Kentucky, they outperformed themselves last week. I think they put everything out on their field last week, man. I just don't think it's gonna translate this time. That's just me though. Georgia gotta play well at some point. They gotta play well at some point this season. They can't be close and helter skelter and skeptical every week. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm feeling.
Hopefully, bro. Hopefully. Sam, how you feeling?
Kentucky, 14.5. Give it to me. Georgia's 0-5 against the spread. The vibe you all are giving me right now is like, what was it, 2014 FSU, where you're just sleepwalking through the regular season to get to the playoff. Like, nah, man, you all are fucking around too much. I think Kentucky is a good team. The line of scrimmage is good. I think Devin Leary is a step up from a quarterback play they've had the last couple of years. I think they do what you need to do to keep this game close on the road in Athens. And I'm not expecting Kentucky to win or keep. I think they keep it close. I think Georgia. I haven't seen anything from Georgia to believe like they're going to blow them out of the water. And I mean, I understand they played. Kentucky will always get up for Florida just because of how that series has gone over the last 35 years. And I mean, it was Kentucky's Super Bowl. It will always be Kentucky's Super Bowl. But I think Stoops just plays Georgia well. And I believe the last couple of years, whenever they've had inferior teams, they've been able to keep it close. And this year, I don't think is any different, especially with how Georgia's shown out so far this year. So give me Kentucky plus 14.5. I think it's like a 20-13 game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I would definitely take the under. Chuck, you got anything else?
Yeah, I mean, Mark Stoops has done a hell of a job in Kentucky. I mean, give him a lot of credit. You know what I mean? Like, Kentucky, they know for basketball. And
he's in a perfect scenario. He has no expectations, but, like, if he wins 10 games a year, he's a god.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean? But I just feel like Georgia just got to play well at some point. I feel like they got to get right at some point. They got to get one They got to get one blowout win at some point. And I just think that this is the week to do it. I think their defense is going to carry more so than their offense. That's just how I feel about it.
Here's the real question. When are you all going to stop being cowards and wear the black jerseys again?
I mean, look, bro, they've teased us so many years, bro, with it. They've had so many pictures of the training staff or the equipment staff, like with the black jerseys in the background hung up, or the black jersey, you know what I'm saying, sitting on the table, and them trying to act like, oh, we don't see it. Like, bro, it's annoying. Please wear the jerseys. I'm tired of y'all. I don't know if it's going to happen when we play Texas next year, maybe. I don't know. I hope it does, but I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I need the black jerseys back. But just a little nugget before we move on for this one. Georgia had a losing record against the spread against unranked teams, but against ranked teams, 9-3 in the last 2 years. Just saying, 9-3. Just saying. Now we'll go to the ultimate, the final points. I shouldn't have even wrote these two teams' names. I just should have wrote points. Columbia, Missouri, 12 p.m. and points. That's it. Last week was just like, I don't know what the hell happened to them. All right. That game, I mean, it starts with Jaden getting absolutely murdered in the first quarter, and it ends in him having one of his best games as you. Like, I don't understand why this guy does what he does, but I mean, the spread is at -5.5. I wouldn't even go near that, even though LSU has been a really good team on the road this year. That defense, man, it's just tough. It's just tough to, say you can have a deciding win. I mean, 5.5 points really isn't a deciding win in a one-score game, but I mean, I can't take it with confidence, man. So, Sam, I'll start with you first. Just, some going off of last week as well. How are you feeling about this matchup going into it?
Points. The only official play I'm giving out is over 63.5. Yeah, the defense is bad. It was a total overhaul that Brian Kelly had to do last year, and guess what? They hit on all their transfer portals and then transfer portal commits, and this year they had to replace every single one of them. And whenever you have your best defensive captain going through what he's going through, pray for Greg Brooks. Hope everything goes well with him. It's going to be distracting, and then on top of that, like, the talent's just not there in the secondary. I don't know. Like, it's just been bad all around. Like, it seems like the defensive line, which was supposed to be a strength, has just forgotten how to play football. And they had to bring in an 82-year-old defensive line coach legend as an analyst this last week. Like, say what you will, he's old as shit, old as dirt. But, like, yeah, I mean, the dude knows how to play defensive line or coach defensive linemen. So whenever you lose your defensive line coach before the season to serious medical emergency where he has to be rushed to the hospital right before camp, like, it's just you haven't gotten the breaks you needed, and you haven't hit on the transfer portal guys that you needed to where I think you got to strap up and prepare for a 40-something game just about every week. Like, this offense is the best in the SEC, unless you want to count like whoever's playing LSU's defense as the best offense in the SEC. But I think you're in for a shootout again. Like, take the over. I think it's kind of similar to the last time we were up in Como. Like, it's not 2020 bad. I'm not ready to go there yet. It's not Pelini bad, but the offense is way better than it was in 2020, and they're rolling out of bed, and I think they're scoring 40 points in this one. But just a little nugget for the folks out there. I'm 3-0 head-to-head against Chuck on stream. So take that for what it's worth.
Get the hell out of here, man.
Chuck,
it's a fact, dog.
I wouldn't take that, Chuck.
I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. It's a fact.
I wouldn't take that, Chuck. I wouldn't take that if I was you.
You hit like a coward, though. You hit like a coward in the playoff game last year.
I didn't hide. I wasn't invited. No, I wasn't invited.
Nah, I don't want to hear that. Anyway.
Chuck, how you feeling?
All right, so Yeah, I agree with everything y'all said. Points. Simple as that. Points. It's gonna be a little windy out there. Hearing 15 miles an hour winds, 17 miles an hour gusts. It might affect some things, but I don't think it's gonna affect too much. I mean, my main plays in this one is the wide receivers from both teams. Like Burden and Neighbors, they're gonna do their thing, man. I got Burden at over 107.5 receiving yards. He should clear that. He's cleared that in the last 40 games. LSU, they ain't got no Tre'Davious White. They ain't got no Tyrann Mathieu, Patrick Peterson, Ryan Clark.
Fuck, I'd
Whoever
take Cordell Flott right now. Like, just give me somebody that can stop. Like, there were so many plays last week. I'm sorry to interrupt, Chuck, but there were just so many plays last week. Like, one guy's everyone else is playing man to man, and one guy's just sitting there watching his man run across the field for a wide open fucking touchdown. It is so aggravating, and you're wasting a like Heisman caliber season. Like, you feel like USC right now. That's how I feel with LSU.
Yeah, like they ain't got none of them guys back there. And like on our end, like we haven't really been tested yet. You know, this is our first major test in the secondary. Chris Abrams-Drain, he was selected as a preseason All ACC corner, but this would be like the really first major test, like whether it's going up against Neighbors or whether it's going up against Thomas. Either guy, they both electric. You know, they both monsters, both specimens. I feel like Neighbors gonna get his yards. I mean, his is at 99.5. He's clearing that too, and it wouldn't surprise me if both guys scored a touchdown too. You know, talking about Burden and Neighbors. So that's what I like from this game. Also like Brady Cook the clearest touchdown passes. I think it was at 1.5. I mean, that's way too low. He's definitely getting two. Jaden Daniels, he gonna do his thing. I think he should clear his passing yards. I mean, he's had no issue clearing his passing yards. So at the end of the day, here's the thing we got to do in order to win this game. We got to hit Jaden Daniels often. If we can hit him just enough, he'll turn over that rock. That dude is good for a fumble. Like pretty much every other game, it feels like he's good for a fumble at least. So we got to be able to take advantage of that. And on top of that, man, our trenches got to be good on our end. Like the big fear I have in this game is that LSU, it's been a long time since they lost back-to-back games. They don't do that often. And I feel like they coaching staff, they might get smart and they might actually put Harold Perkins Jr. on the defensive line. Have him like a defense end and not a linebacker. And that's going to be
They've been doing that the last couple games.
You said what?
I said they've been doing that the last couple games. It doesn't matter. Like, they're putting him in a spot where he can be schemed out of the game. Like, the thing for me is I don't even know Missouri's offensive coordinator. I'm sorry, I didn't do my research, but
yeah, he's the brother of Kellen Moore.
He ain't Lane Kiffin.
Okay, well he's better than Lane Kiffin to me. For what I'm seeing. I mean Brady Cook hasn't thrown an interception yet. He just won the Manning Award this week. And you know how I feel on Brady
Better
Cook.
than Lane Kiffin, dog. Are you kidding me?
And Brady Cook has shut me up the past few weeks. So I got nothing bad to say about the kid for now. You know, I just hope the kid keeps playing well. But I'm not going to officially pick a side in this one. I'm going to root for my team to win. You know, at the end of the day, I've been talking my stuff all week to Sam and all the other LSU fans. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, just don't let us win this game today. Because it's going to be hell. It's going to be hell if we win today.
All right. I like it. Look, a little bit more civil than I expected from you two. I'm proud of you guys. But we'll go ahead and wrap the show up today with our plays of the day. Chuck, we'll let you go first. Please tell the people if you have any more plays other than the ones we went over, what you're rocking with today.
Man, look, this Florida State line, look, this is not the Virginia Tech y'all grew up on. I'm sorry. I like the 23.5. This line keeps going down, bro. Florida State is at home. Florida State, they should be able to do their thing today. So that's one play I'm going to give out. Another play that I'm going to give out, I'm probably going to give out a dog of the day here. What is Texas San Antonio UTSA doing being a 14-point favorite on the road and they 1-3? That makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. Give me Temple outright. I think there was that plus 455 money line. That's my dog of the week. Give me Temple.
Okay.
Dogs are hungry, baby.
Yeah, a little abstract with it, Chuck. Okay, I did not expect UTSA and Temple to come up today, but that's why we do pay for play, baby. That's why we do pay for play. All right, Sam, how you feeling?
No CVS receipt today. It's criminal that I'm on fall wedding 2 of 4 this fucking year, and so we're gonna keep it to mostly the day slate. Recap everything I have. LSU, Mizzou over 63.5. I'd take like team totals, every overs, like everyone's props overs. If I had the money to just bet on every over prop, I would. But we're gonna be a little smart. We just got married. We can't piss off the wife just too much yet.
Not yet.
Texas -5. A&M money line. A&M +2.5. Don't think Alabama's offensive line is going to get it done. Kentucky +14.5. Louisville, biggest home game I think since since the Lamar Jackson Florida State game, and one that I attended, the West Virginia game from 2006. That was fucking an electric environment. That was one of the first like big atmosphere games I ever attended. Was a great environment. Louisville, not known for their home environment, but for those big games, they do step up and they tend to win. I don't know if they're going to go outright, but I think it's a dogfight like it was for Notre Dame last week. They got USC next week. Like, they're in a fucking tough stretch right now. And they're coming off these back-to-back physical games, and I think they find a way to eke out a win just because I think their coaching staff's a little bit better. But Louisville's been playing well. This is the toughest game on their schedule. They could sneaky make the ACC championship just because how easy their schedule is. So give me Louisville +6.5. Everyone there knows how big of a game it is. Colorado -4. Back on the Dion train. Arizona State sucks. Give me Colorado. This number's too low. I don't care if it's on the road. I think they got more talent, and they're just a better team, better coach team. And like they went through their tough stretch. Like it was a couple tough games. Like I don't think anyone expected them to win. They played much better than last week against a shitty USC defense. So give me Colorado -4. I think that number's too low. And then USC team total first half. Going right back to the well, over 24.5 this week. So that's it. We're just going to keep it rolling. Arizona, like I know it's a little bit of a look ahead spot, but give me that over 24.5. I think it's been sitting at 27.5 the last few weeks. So we get a little bit lower number, I'm going to take it.
Do not pick USC to cover a big spread. Do not do it.
I'm done doing it, Chuck. I'm done. It won't happen again.
Big spreads.
I'll take all their overs, but I'm not taking their fucking spread. I'm not touching it again.
Yeah, I feel you, boys. Okay, appreciate y'all for those looks. Like I said, I'm not advising any of you to take this, but I got the dogs 14.5. Again, I will be in the building. I won't be on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? They revoked my press pass, due to whatever reasons they did. It's okay. I'll get it next year. Don't you worry. So I got the dogs -14.5. That's at -115. Got the team from Tuscaloosa -1.5. I don't really like it, but I mean, I think this is just a game the old man wins. I don't know, man. I'm sick to my stomach about it. I don't even want to talk about it further. OU in Texas over 61. That's like Sam said, that's just a given. You can bet that, in February, and it'll
system
hit.
play.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Come on now. It's system. LSU and Missouri, I have over 65. I take that shit up to 67, man. I mean, like, there are going to be points, bro. If there aren't points, I would be shocked, okay? I would be shocked if this is a defensive battle. To go to Louisville, Kentucky, I actually have the over in this game. I know a lot of people probably are going to be like, what, the over with, Notre Dame's offense kind of looking good, but a little Louisville, obviously scored 13 points last week on a Friday. I'm counting on that being an anomaly. They have a really good offense, so I think they'll be able to get some big plays and get this number up. But ultimately, I think Notre Dame wins the game. But got the over 53.5, and then I got the Pigs and Ole Miss going over as well. Over 62 -115. This is going to be a game not a lot of people are going to be watching, obviously, because of the bigger games on the state. But, I mean, if we being honest, man, Jackson Dart been out of his body, okay? I don't know.
Watch Ole Miss fucking lose this game. Watch Ole Miss fucking lose this game. That would piss me the fuck off.
That's why I don't want to pick it. That's why I don't want to pick it, to be honest. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I really do feel like there isn't a lot to go with either side. I mean, Arkansas has been disappointing, but they've scored points. And Ole Miss has Lane, and you know what they do with Lane. They're going to score. They're not going to play defense, as we saw last week. So I want to thank Chuck for joining us after work, man. Brian Hard going overtime, brother. Thank you so much. Please tell the people where they can find you.
Appreciate it, y'all. My socials is at CPen for the win on Twitter, Instagram. No, I'm not calling it X still. I'm not doing that shit. Anyway, yeah, find me on there. You find me at Kingdom Cast with 2 Ks, doing Chiefs content, all that good stuff. And of course, you'll find me on Sunday Morning Quarterbacks whenever I'm invited on that show. So,
yes, sir. And Chuck was on the local news, by the way. Okay, Kingdom Cast ain't just this little podcast that they, you know what I'm saying, just run and do it for fun. Nah, Chuck really in the trenches with it. Okay, like he big time. Good Morning America, Chuck is what I call him. All right, Sam, you can find him at Dumb Brain Picks. Find me at The Player Ball. That's my personal podcast. At Roddy404. That's my personal page. Please subscribe to Wednesday Media on YouTube. Follow us at Pay for Play on Twitter. We'll be back next week, and we don't stop. The season is almost halfway over, bro. This shit makes me sad every time.
There's a halfway point. It sucks.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. It makes me sad every time. We need to push for a 17-game season in college. Fuck it. But until we see look, I know that's what I'm about to say with a 12-team playoff. It's about to be. But until we see y'all again, man, we'll holla at y'all later. Peace.
MIZZOU.